Suppose we want to do 352 minus 97. Simple enough, but the problem is the 2 is smaller than the 7. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to borrow 1 from the 5. I'm going to take 1 away from the 5. The 5 is going to become a 4. That 1 is going to come here, making the 2 a 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. 4 minus 9, same problem. So I borrow from the 3. I turn this into a 2, make this a 14. 14 minus 9 is 5. 2 minus nothing is 2. The answer is 255. What if we have a 0 at the end? Let's say I have 350 minus 97. This is pretty much the same as before. 0 minus 7 can't really do that because the 0 is smaller than the 7. So I'm going to cross out the 5, turn that into a 4, borrow the 1. So this becomes a 10. 10 minus 7 is, guess what, 3. 4 minus 9, same problem. So I cross this 3 out, turn it into a 2, borrow 1, and I get that this is going to be 14 minus 9 is 5, 2 minus nothing is 2, and I get a final answer of 253. Now let's say you have a 0 somewhere in the middle. Let's say we have 305 minus 58. Well, ideally I just want to borrow, but there's nothing to borrow. This is already at 0. I can't go any lower, so I can't borrow from here. So here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. I'm going to borrow first from the 3 to give to the 0. Then I'm going to borrow forward, and you'll see what we do. So first, I'm going to borrow 1 from the 3, making this a 10. Then I cross this out, making this a 9, borrow the 1 from this 10, making this a 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. 9 minus 5 is 4. 2 minus nothing is 2. And the answer is 247. Now what if I have more than one 0? What if I have 4005, 4005 minus 389? Well, I want to do 5 minus 9, but I can't, so I try to borrow from here. Can't borrow from here, so I try to borrow from here. I can't borrow from here, so I go all the way to here. All right, so I can borrow from here. I make this into a 3. I take that extra 1, bring it here. Now this 0 can borrow from here. So I cross out the 10, turn it into a 9. I make this a 10. Now I can borrow from this 10. Make that a 9. Make this a 15. 15 minus 9 is 6. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 3 is 6. 3 minus nothing is 3. And the answer is 3,616. Now, what if we have even a little bit more, just one more 0? No big deal. Let's say we have 4,000 minus 589. Well, I want to borrow, but I can't borrow from this 0. I can't borrow from here, so I have to go all the way to here. I make this a 3. That extra 1 that I got from the 3, that from the forward, I'm going to take that extra 1, I put it here. Now this 0 can borrow from this 10. See, this is a 10 now. I can borrow from a 10 and make that a 9. Bring the 1 here. All right, now this 0 can finally borrow from here. I make this a 9 and bring the 1 here. 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 5 is 4. 3 minus nothing is 3. And the answer is 3,411.